Yo, 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 comrades, my brothers, my brethren, what's going on? What's the word? It's Nick Warwood.
It's your boy Magic Match. You heard?
It's the Godson. Hall of Fame Shane, you feel me? What's up?
We out here, man. We out here. How y'all how
Mm.
y'all doing?
Yeah, you out here, new
I've had better days.
ambiance, you know what
We alive. Are we alive?
Okay,
I mean? I
okay.
feel great, baby. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
so
Never been
how it
better.
feels to be a black
Better than ever.
man? Better than ever?
What?
I like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. How y'all feel about black on black violence?
Um, I don't like black on black violence, but sometimes
I don't
some
like.
violence is required depending on what the situation is. You feel me?
I
It
hear it.
depends on
I
what
hear
type
it.
of violence we talking about. We
Right.
talking about
Exactly.
murders. We talking about fights. You know what I mean? Like a little fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like
you shouldn't
there's
fight
levels,
when
but
you're grown. When you
we
reach a
shouldn't be
certain
fighting.
age, when you certain age, you shouldn't be fighting like that. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit happens.
Telling me.
I feel
I
like
mean,
once you
human
pass
being,
like
me.
once you pass like 20, 21, like you shouldn't be fighting like that no more. But shit happens. Sometimes
Facts.
you gotta. Sometimes somebody was disrespect you and shit gotta go get cracking.
No shit.
All right, all right. So this week on the internet,
Well, tell
We
us
all
what happened,
I
dog.
gotta announce it, but I mean, we all know, including the audience, knows what exactly we're gonna talk about.
right, and it's it's that smack that happened. You feel me?
Yeah, no
Oh, what's that?
WWE
What are you talking about?
SmackDown.
Oh, you know what
Yeah,
smash?
Triple H.
It was out there too much not to know.
Yeah, Triple H return. That's crazy, right?
Oh damn.
So Will
End
Smith,
of an era. But
he, he slaps Chris Rock. All right, so on Sunday's
mm,
Oscars, Chris Rock was on stage hosting, as he's been doing for the last few years, and he made a joke. He said, Jada said, should be starting G.I. Jane 2. I'm paraphrasing, of course. It was laughter. If you look at
Point.
his face, she looked very, very uncomfortable and irritated. She looked very annoyed. If you see Will, you kind of hear him laughing. Not even just see him, you hear him laughing. Then it cuts back to Chris Rock, and then you see Will Smith on stage. Whoo, 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 whoo. Slap. What was y'all first impressions?
Uh, Me personally, I didn't think anything of it because I didn't think it was an actual slap because it didn't sound like a slap. It sounded like a microphone just being muffled.
Like a goof, right? Like a goof.
Like if you hit a microphone, that's what it sounded like. It didn't sound like a slap at all. And
Mhm.
I've seen. I mean, you've heard slaps on mics. They got that Russian slap, bad reference, but
Like
they
a
got
breakdown, you know?
that slap fight shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you hear the microphone
mm.
pick that up, so you know.
Yeah. So you didn't think it was a
I
slap
thought it
at
was a.
No, I didn't think it was a slap at first, and I don't know if
Oh,
I,
he punched him? What'd you
huh?
say? Thought he punched him?
Not that he punched him, but maybe it came down as a closed fist at the end, or you know what I mean. Like it didn't sound like a slap at all. It sounded like more like either a punch or he just hit the microphone by accident. I don't know, but it didn't sound like a slap.
Okay. Shane, what's your first impression? Because Matt's first impression is
I thought it was.
he's saying I don't know what happened at first. He looked like he was just caught off guard. He's like something happened and he didn't understand it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Shane?
Mm. All right. So first of all, I didn't even know the Oscars was on that night. So when somebody told me like, "Yo, you seen that? Will Smith smack Chris Rock?" I was like, "What, for a movie or something?" Like it was a joke. And then they sent me the clip. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I seen it and I was like, "Wow!" I thought it was like, when they told me, I thought it was fake. I thought it was fake. Like it just seemed so, from the characters of the people, just so unbelievable. But proof was in the pudding. Like, it was just right there. So it's crazy. I mean, I was just not shocked, but surprised. Like, because it seemed out of character for him. You feel me? Because of the way he portrays himself in the public eye. But that's just the face that he shows. That's the part of him that he shows to the public. You know what I'm saying? To sell tickets or sell movies or whatever.
All right, for me personally, like what you said, Shane, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake. I thought it was staged. You know, in some of these shows, they do things, just for entertainment. And you have Chris Rock, who's a comedian. I'm not saying Will Smith is a comedian, but he's a lighthearted fella, and he's known to do funny things. Even Fresh Prince, his first acting gig was a comedy sitcom. So we know Will Smith to be a funny guy. Not even before that, he was doing music, and it was more fun music. He wasn't even cursing. So when he got on stage, he said, "Ooh," and then Chris Rock kind of laughed and let it off a little bit. I was like, yeah, this is fake. And then he sat down and he said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." And I was like, but
Not
wait.
once, but twice.
Yeah. And the second time he said it even louder. And he looked like, if you look at him, he's red. Like he's red, like he's mad. Like he's upset because light skin, he red. We light skinned folk, we get a little red. I'm not as light as Will. I'm probably red right now because that's
I
just
don't know.
how
I don't know those problems. Because you're talking too loud.
but his face is like this. And he was teared up. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I spoke to my girl, to my woman.
Oh, you're woke.
My Oman.
And I was stuck. I spoke to my girl, and I spoke in a group chat. I spoke to my girl. She was like, Chris Rock deserved it. That shit, he should. I'm championing him. I'm championing Will. Like that was right. Chris Rock deserved it. He shouldn't have done that. And then when I look in our group chat, they're like, over a G.I. Jane joke? Just like Chris Rock said. He said, dude, it's over a G.I. It's a fucking G.I. Joe, G.I. Jane joke, whatever he said. And I was split because I plan on me getting married next year. And I was like, if anybody disrespected my wife, I wouldn't let that go down. And then on the other end, it's not really cool to hit people over words.
Right.
Especially when you're a man,
Facts.
when you're a role model, a black man hitting another black man. And I was cross. And I was like, damn.
I mean,
Dude, I don't know what to think, I should say, because I started thinking, well, Will Smith had to deal with all this about August Alsina and all this
all
about
the jokes for like 2 years. That's like 2 years.
Huh?
The Alcina joint was like 2 years ago, right?
Maybe about 3 years ago.
about to.
But yeah, it's not.
2 years
Or
straight.
even less than that.
2 years
Yes.
of straight slander, bro.
But wait, so it was the
That was just the last straw.
thing, and also she was saying about her sexual satisfaction in bed. I'm not going to pull up the quotes because I don't want that to overshadow what we're actually here to talk about.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to devalue Jada Pinkett. I don't agree with any of the things that she said. All that time, Will and her were going through a hard time. Her family was going through a hard time. Jaden asked for what's it called? So he could be independent.
Separation.
This is a certain term.
Separation.
Excuse me? It's called separation. I don't know if it's called
Separation.
separation,
I forgot the actual term for it.
but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just putting
They're separated, right?
so y'all can pick it apart. So he asked for that. Willow's on the show and she's dealing with a lot. She shaved her head.
Oh, you talking about you said Jada. You mean you
No, Jay, I
said
meant
Jalen?
Jaden. I
I
said
mean
Jaden.
Jaden, right?
I see how
Emancipation. You want
emancipation. Yeah,
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 you want emancipation.
yeah. He asked for emancipation. Mind
No,
you,
he did that when he was a kid.
yeah, August Alsina, mind you, was one of his best friends. Again, I'm gonna reiterate, I'm not trying to down Jada Pinkett Smith because we're talking about Will Smith smacking another man over his woman, and Chris Rock wasn't August Alsina or yeah. So now we got all this going on. Jada Pinkett Smith is talking about their marriage, their family, and I think it's okay to talk about your marriage and family as long as
To
it's
a certain point.
yeah. I feel like there's limits, there's boundaries, there's lines
Yeah,
that
it's turned to a certain. Yeah.
some things are meant to be private.
So
I feel you on that, OD.
yeah, like I feel like
Hold
that.
on, man. I'm finished. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you
Mhm.
go. I'm just gonna just put everything out there. I got like two more things to say. Um. So yeah, Jada Pinkett is talking. Will Smith said, "At this time, I asked for privacy. It's a rough time," and Jada Pinkett is still
Mm-hmm.
talking. That's like, yo, what's going on? I'm here thinking, Jada Pinkett, shut up. I remember they were at before this point was like, yo, they were this darling couple. Their goals, hashtag goals. Everybody saying that. One more thing I'm gonna bring up. 2016.
Mm.
Remember they were boycotting. You pointed out to me, Shane. You said they were boycotting, and they
Mm-hmm.
said Jada didn't go. Jada made a statement about not going. Will Smith should have been nominated. A lot of the black actors and black celebrities were boycotting the Oscars because there were no black nominations. Correct?
Very few or something like that. It was
Very
like
few or
I know it was
almost
2016,
zero.
but
Yeah,
it was little bit.
yeah. It was real
I
scarce.
mean, there was a bunch of black movies out that year or some shit, and then I was like, why we didn't get no nominations?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Will Smith was. They said that he did really well in concussion. Me personally, I never watched the movie. I didn't care to watch it. I love sports. I love Will
Mm.
Smith, but I never said, "Hey, I gotta watch this movie." I didn't. I was feeling the accent, to be totally honest with you. And I love Will Smith. He's one of my
That was the.
favorite people.
Mm.
Um, what Chris Rock said was Jada said something about boycotting, and he said something along the lines of, "Bro, you would have been Will's plus one. Yeah, you're doing TV shows, Hawthorne, and it's kind of like downplaying. It's kind of like minimizing her."
Yeah,
Mhm.
And I felt like that was
it's,
far worse, far
that's
worse
foul. That's OD
than
foul.
Yeah,
T.I.
That's
that's
OD
fine.
foul.
It wasn't cool either. It was a bad joke, and it's also coming out that he didn't write it, but it's his mouth. If
Mm-hmm.
Matt
He,
says something messed up to me when you're not watching
mm-hmm.
or not listening, and I say it, that is I'm not gonna say, yo, Matt said it.
But
I'm
Matt
still
said it first. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
so all right. So all that out there, what y'all think? I know I'm
Well,
all over the place with it.
I'll say this first that a lot of the things that came up with Jada overall, and I don't know her. I don't know her as a person. I am not a celebrity,
Yeah.
anything like that. But from all the stuff that I've gathered over the years, it feels like at times her overall she's very strong. She's a very passionate woman. But at the same time, when it comes to her personal life, she shares it a lot too much. You
Mhm.
feel me? Like it's just a
Mm-hmm.
lot. to push on, people that are not in your life personally. And you're going to get a lot of things from various people, around the world and stuff like that. But I feel like she kind of brought a lot of stuff on herself with sharing a lot of things, especially with Tupac. And, you know, she said a lot of things on that show, bro, that was like,
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like,
keep that shit to
that
your.
whole Will
That's a
Meet
family secret.
where he was crying and he had that face. That was because of something that she said that was just like, I don't remember
The one that turned into
That
right?
what happened.
The one that turned into a meme.
Yes, I don't remember. I don't want to quote
That's
stuff, misquote stuff, but I don't remember
that was
exactly what happened.
that was a table talk in response to the August Alsina shit.
They had to
Okay,
sit down together, correct?
what was that?
They had to sit down together when they were talking.
Yeah, he came
Yes.
on because of the August Alsina shit,
Yeah.
Right, and then
and she
Will
was like,
started.
"That's when entanglement was born."
Right. So, I feel like this is on a lot of this is on not on them as
A lot of it is on her. A lot of it is on her.
a lot of it's on her because if she never put all this stuff out there, then nobody would have to say anything about her whole personal life. But like when I say I say this to everybody, you put your personal life out there, you can't be mad if someone judges it. You can't be mad if someone has a certain aspect in their mind. You can't, because you're doing that to yourself. You're putting that out there. No one asked you for it. You feel me? So you're sharing because you want to share. And then you're sharing, you're going to get something in return. And then the last thing I'll say on my end is that the whole thing with Chris Rock, bro, like I feel like, bro, just do it outside. Take it outside to the back. You feel me? Like, just go outside, at the end of the show, not even outside, in the back at the end of the show, backstage, but like, yo, what's good? Whack. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Like that to me, that's more appropriate than you doing it in front of mad people. Because let's face it, as black people in America, we're always stigmatized. We have to do
everything. It wasn't a good look.
Better than the white man, and that's just life. And unfortunately, it shouldn't be that way, but we do. We have to be better nurses, better doctors, better everything. While a lot of other white people and some other not minorities, but other ethnicities, they don't have to do as much as we have to do. You feel me? And as we have to show. So it's like taking a step back in that regard. Him smacking him on stage. Like, it could have been something that happened in the back and nobody could have filmed it. Like, he could have just got him off guard somewhere. I'd rather that person.
It could have been like one of those Hollywood stories that you don't know happened or not. You don't know if it really happened.
Right.
He smacked J. Cole or he had smacked Drake, but we're like, yeah, it happened, but it's because we didn't see it on video.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All we saw was Drake running back into the tunnel, talking about, "Oh, get my hand, take your hands off me, take your hands off me," or whatever he was saying.
So what about you, Shane? How you feel about, like, I put a bunch of stuff out there. It's a little scattered. It wasn't everything really in order, but I had to put a lot of things out there so the listeners could kind of understand what scatterbrain is.
So basically, I feel like to talk about Jada a little bit. I'm not really like blaming her or nothing like that, but it's like I feel like she's the type of person who is like, oh, I want to live my truth type of person. Like, so she doesn't mind putting out personal details about her life because it happened. Like, you feel me? So she's not really ashamed of shit that happens in her life because not ashamed or not ashamed is the wrong word. Embarrassed about stuff in her personal life because she's like, this is my truth, so I'm living it. You feel me? And I feel like Will is like that to a degree, but she's on like an 8 and he's like on a 6 or something. You feel me? So he's able to do it, but not to her extent. So I feel like all the jokes and all the stuff that was going on with him for the last 2 years was trying to get in at him, right? Because he built all this image as this cool guy, and you know what I'm saying, like he's a cool dude, he's a fun dude, and then people killing him on the internet, just killing him, right? I don't care how old you are, You know what I'm saying? People just talking crap about you was gonna get to you.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling like he was having a high. He's like, yeah, I'm about to win an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause everybody knew he was about to win the Oscar for the King Richard movie, right? So everybody knew it was a done deal. Not a done deal, but it was a highly possibility he was gonna win that. So he's like on a high, and then all of a sudden Chris Rock come with that joke about his girl. I mean about his wife,
Afterward, he
and he's
winning.
like, hmm.
He won after,
He
yeah.
ended up winning.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He's already on an emotional level because he's like, I'm probably gonna win. It's exciting. It's my first Oscar. It's gonna be my moment. Da 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 da. And then he says that stuff, and all the emotions and stuff is bottled up from that night, and the stuff that's going on in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? And he just, he snapped, not snapped, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he acted in the wrong manner. I agree with Matt. So if he would have went backstage like yo and be like yo not pressed him, but just talk to him like yo, I'm not really appreciating talking about my wife like that. She's going through some personal stuff because
No, not
she
even.
got alopecia. She feels a ways about it. I would appreciate you not talk about her like that. You know what I'm saying? And then if Chris Rock like oh no if Chris Rock is like oh nah, it's just a joke. Then you slap his ass. Like, yo, bro, I told you, chill. And stop. You get
All right.
no disrespect.
I would have liked if he just smacked him backstage. I wouldn't have said nothing if he smacked him backstage. Nothing. Not.
Because you probably wouldn't
I
have
agree with
known.
you. I
That's
agree
why
with that.
Gary wouldn't have said
Cause
nothing.
it's not
But
cause,
at least if it happened
honest,
back then, backstage, it would have been a lot more presentable than it would be in front of all damn white folk.
This how I look at it. This how I look at it.
agree with him. I agree with him and I disagree with him at the same time. I agree with him where he's coming from to protect
I think I know what you're saying.
not protect your wife, but like
Yeah.
coming to the support of your wife and all this negative stuff coming at you, bro. Like you gotta snap sometimes, so people know that you ain't playing. But on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, you a grown man. You. It was an immature act for with. I feel like it was an immature act for a mature emotion.
Okay. This is how I feel about it. I feel like it was a very impulsive act. I think
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't thought through. I think with a lot of actions, we don't really think
Mm-hmm.
them through, but they play over in our head, and we make snap decisions, and sometimes we make decisions that go,
Wrong
you know
decision. Yeah.
what, this will have a desired result in your head. You smack this guy, and your wife feels better. You feel like you're gonna feel better after it. Boom. That whole
Mm.
thought is playback speed times a trillion in his head. How I just said it. That's how I look at it. So now, as a black man, he has a lot on his shoulders. There's a lot going on with his family. He's there with his beautiful wife. Chris Rock made an immature joke about alopecia. It's it's been known
Mm-hmm.
that his daughter, his Chris Rock's own daughter, has some type of thing talk about hair. He made like a documentary about hair. Um,
Documentary.
yeah,
Facts.
Chris Rock. There's a 2016 thing. So there's things already there. But it's not justified that you jump on that stage and you hit that another black man. Will Smith, you're a man of voice, you're a man of power, you're a man of influence, and you're a role model, and it's not consistent with the values that you preach. If it's one thing that
Exactly.
if this is who you are, if this is who you are, you're impulsive. All right, we
Right.
got
You the baby. You the baby. You feel me?
Will Smith has prided himself high character and highly ethical. My man does not curse in his music. I read his memoir. I love Will Smith. I love
Mm-hmm.
Smith. I read his memoir. I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
He narrated it himself. That's how much he cared to do what he did. He broke up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend and him broke up, I should say rather. And it tore him up. He said, I have to get over this. At the time, he's a star. He started having sex with other women, and he was so heartbroken that he started throwing up. Like, this is not Will Smith. He goes on stage, he just goes around smacking people. He's not no punk. I'm not going to say that.
Mm.
But he's lighthearted.
Exactly.
He's He prides himself on being a leader, not allow himself to break down or let anybody break him down. Hence why he asked for privacy in the first place when everything was going on with Jada talking. And as you said, Shane, Jada said, Jada's
Hmm.
I'm gonna live my truth. Will Smith, he lives his truth, but it's a bit easier for
Yeah,
him to
yeah.
live his truth because he's always in the spotlight, so he could just own up to
Mhm.
everything. Jada has to kind of come out and say, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling," and more or less, other black women, not only women are gonna feel Jada more than anybody else, but black women are gonna relate to Jada Smith more when she talks in that manner because Jada's a black woman with a strong black man that's raising young black men and a young black lady. I
Mhm.
don't think he made the right decision, but I understand it. There's so much. He wasn't just smacking Chris Rock. That's
It was more.
frustration. The man teared up. He was red. He was crying
I
because
feel like.
he
I feel
wasn't
like.
himself. He betrayed his values. And a lot of people don't understand that. He betrayed his own values. He has his own principles. And that's not something he does. He grew up with his mother being abused verbally and physically. He saw his mother be hit by her father, and it tore him up. I read in his memoir that he wasn't really able to do anything about it. He had to be the lighthearted Will and try to make everybody laugh just by his mood. That's how gentle he is. So that's my take on it. Like he was wrong. He shouldn't have done what he did, and he betrayed his own self. Because that's not even in his character. It wasn't his character. All this August Alsina stuff, all this I'm jealous of Tupac stuff wouldn't be said. All this these things that Jado is saying about Will and their marriage, which she's not saying it to hurt him, but this is truly how she feels because Will just doesn't come off as this big macho machismo man, the cliche.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
So,
did. He carry him for a different. He he carry himself with a different type of energy. You're right.
but I'm 100% for defending your wife, and it sounds hypocritical. It sounds hypocritical. I know a lot of black women are probably listening to me, watching. Yo, he said he doesn't condone,
Mm.
but I do condone defending your wife's honor. But there's other ways she could have did that. As I said, he's a man of power, man of influence. Will Smith, Chris Rock. Let's get serious. Will Smith, Chris Rock. Now, if
You
that was Dave
can't.
Chappelle on stage, is he doing that? If that Rock on stage, is he doing that? I'm not saying that The Rock or Dave Chappelle would say that, but yo, come on. Is he really doing that? If 50 Cent is on stage and he says something like that, he said, ha 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 ha, Will, Jada looking like she about to star in G.I. Jane too, ha 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 ha, green light game. Is he really doing that? No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think, you're right, you don't know. I don't think he does it. I think Chris Rock,
Mm.
also, we have to remember, Chris Rock has a history with black women and saying certain about black women in his past. And a lot of things are starting to back out because of this particular incident. So there's that. I'm not going to condemn him.
Mm.
I'm not going to champion him. I'm not going to say, yo, woo, that's what you should be doing because there's children watching that, and that's not how we want our young black men to handle things by violence. You have your young black, you have a son saying that's how we do it. That's how we do it because the man said something. You're Will Smith. You're Will Smith. You could conduct yourself in a better manner, in a more mature manner, in a more powerful, diplomatic manner. You have a voice. I bet you if he says something,
I,
Chris Rock is never hosting any awards.
I feel like we're saying the same thing in like different
Yeah,
ways. Because I feel like, because
definitely. I said I
like,
agree with
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. Like He could have said
Yeah,
he could have did it acted differently, but I don't condone him for acting the way he did. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't look at him any differently,
but
or I,
you don't
I
condone.
you see, yeah, I'm gonna go off this. Me personally, I'm not like a big of having somebody who I don't know as a role model. Like I don't know him, so he can't be a
Mhm.
role model to me in my life. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody tangible. Is it to if you have a famous person as a role model, it's just like having I don't know having Santa Claus as a role model to me because you don't know him. So that I
Mm,
get it, but that role model stuff is I don't really believe in that. But
don't believe in Rome?
you know what I'm saying? Like I do, but not in having a famous person as a role model. Somebody in your life as a role model.
I get
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody tangible.
Like famous
Somebody
people.
tangible. Yeah, you can't have a famous person as a role model. You don't know them.
The
You
only
know
reason
who
why
what they
I say
portray to
that
be.
is because, well, in certain aspects, because I feel like people take celebrities to a to a way farther level than they should. They're human beings,
Yeah,
just like
mm,
celebrity culture is
they
like a
be
in
just
itself.
like
To be
us.
completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, like there's people that look better than some celebrities. It's just that people got money, bro. It's just
Mm.
facts. Like I feel like there's just such a high standard just because they have the money and they have the fame, which is it's always been a part of it, which in world culture with everything. But
yeah.
That's
I feel
facts.
what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Idolizing, I'm
Mm.
not, but I think
right,
celebrities or
right,
famous people could be role models. Like it's just it's just that we got to also remember that they're human too. I think that's the issue. People idolize these people and act like these people can't do no wrong. And then when they start doing wrong, they're all fucked up. Like, yo, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is
No, I
going on.
can't believe they did that. Facts.
So I was like, a lot of people come up with the jokes like, yo, that was Michael Lowry. That wasn't real. That was Michael Lowry. That smacked Chris Rock. Because a lot of times they fall in love with the character that these
Hmm.
celebrities portray.
mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's facts.
Exactly. See, we are on the same page here, dog. It's crazy.
Like I believe, like my role models, Will Smith, like the famous ones. I'm not. Like, I have real role models that I know, famous ones. Will Smith, Kobe Bryant, Muhammad Ali, people like that. People like that. Because I feel like they've done things that have made it possible for other people, either in their field or either just their color, to do. Not even just made it possible, but they inspired. A lot of people wouldn't be where they are without them. Or not even to be with, not gonna say that, but they sparked a fire in a lot of other people. Like, is Michael B. Jordan really as big without somebody like Will Smith? Is Denzel Washington
Mm,
big as somebody as he is without someone like Sidney Poitier who came before him? Or is Kobe Bryant really who he is without being able to see Michael Jordan come before?
I mean, you can also call those people influencers as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Influences. The strong influences.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a better word. Influence.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I get that. I get that.
yeah. Bottom line though, let's. I got my bottom line. My bottom line is I do not condone black on black violence in any way. There's certain things that dealt with. Of course, there's a lot of blurred lines when it comes to mothers, wives, children, brothers. But I feel like in that situation in particular, there's other ways to go about it. If I'm a punk to some people because of that, I'm a punk. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna defend my family's honor, and I don't have to go smack somebody who's not gonna smack me back. or I'm gonna do it in camera, or I'm gonna put myself in a position to do something to somebody, and I end up having to put my family through the through the ringer emotionally because I got to deal with all these legal issues.
Okay, I get you. I get you.
What if there was a big fight? What if Chris Rock, yo, let
It
me
would
What
have
if it
been
was
a fight if it's me.
blood
get
coming
I'm
out
not
of
gonna
his
going
lie.
face?
like,
If it was,
Will
if it
Smith,
was
you're
me,
not going
if
back
I
to
was
your
Chris Rock, it would have been a fight.
bro. I will fold your clothes while you win them. Stop playing with me. But I love you, Will. Just
Thank you.
don't do that again. And
Nah,
he
nah,
apologized.
I'd have had to fight. Like, I'm not even a fighter like that, but we fighting.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you feel disrespected? I feel disrespected now too.
Or
We gonna be two disrespected people fighting on stage.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah. He used words, you can
So,
use your words
bottom line
too.
to me is like, bottom line to me, he is. I agree with him, and I don't agree with him at the same time. Like he was wrong, and he was right. It's a weird gray area. It's a real gray area for me right
Agree
now.
with him or you
He was
understand?
wrong, and he was right at the same time.
Do you
Hmm?
agree with him or you understand him?
I understand it. I don't agree with
Yeah,
him.
that's what I'm at. You see me here.
Yeah, yeah, we on the same. Yeah, we talking. We saying the
That's
same shit. I'm not gonna hold
human.
you.
It's human, you know?
mm-hmm.
He's allowed for his pristine record over these years, he's allowed. Before we go, and which I knew he was gonna do. The man apologized, and not just for the academy. And he apologized for the academies, even when he was there. So
No, yeah, he did.
let me share. Boom boom. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition, which is alopecia, was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. That's the big thing. He reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. Exactly what I said. This is the first time I'm reading this. There's no place for violence in a
Mm.
world of love and kindness. And let
Nah.
me see, there's more. Duh, 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 duh. I would also like to apologize around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. That's
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good.
No, that's good.
That's a good apology.
exactly why I understand him because he's human.
Word.
Exactly. I mean, I
Yeah.
agree with. I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, technical issues. Is what's going on? It is. It's a weird situation, but I think he's human. He apologized for good reason. There's different ways he could have resolved that. I'm not justifying what Chris Rock said, even back in 2016 when they weren't there to do anything about it. All I'm saying is there's definitely more ways to do it, more diplomatic way to go about it. He's a smart man. This is out of character for him. And if he went around smacking people all the time, where would he be?
He would.
Yeah, Chloe, you have
in
any?
jail. You feel me? Or he probably be in jail. All right.
Hello.
Oh, that's crazy.
Whoa,
Hello.
all right. So we bet. Whoa.
I thought you froze.
Hello.
I thought you froze. I thought you froze.
Okay, yeah, here
Yeah, it was freezing for a second.
Yeah.
it was freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got. I think we should. I think we should.
yeah, we're
We
gonna end
should.
it off with
Yeah.
that
I
though.
think. Yeah. I didn't hear you, bro. We gonna wrap it up before something happens.
Yeah, yeah, I got through the letter, right?
You got through the
Yeah.
letter. Everything after that's a blur, but
All right, I got through the letter. All I was
Yeah.
saying is that he more or less said, "Yo, listen, I'm better at that because we know Will to be better than that. He's human. Will, we forgive you. I'm sure Chris Rock. I hope Chris Rock forgives you. I don't know. That's Chris Rock.
I don't know. I don't know.
Chris Rock was not right, and
Uh,
he shouldn't have said what he said. The Academy or whoever was the writers, they said that he didn't. He's just repeating the jokes. But yeah, things happen. You live and you learn. No one's perfect. Hence their marriage. The marriage is not perfect, but they're still together, and he's willing to defend his honor because, you know, that's what he signed up for.
mm,
So I'm gonna
yeah.
holler at
You love
y'all.
him. You love him when you don't. Yeah, I love him. You know, I don't know. This is a weird. It's a weird situation. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen him out in public, like public, like a public figure, right?
Yeah. All right. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna holler at y'all. We're gonna do our next episode on optimism. We're gonna get to it. Holla
Optimism.
optimism.
later, dudes.
All right, bet. Peace.
Peace.
Mm-mm-mm.
Nah, I can't hear you, bro.